Space technologies in the field of the bygone era. A self-sucking deck. Arrow, almost like in the futuristic Macintosh. Rotating module. The acoustics are over 40 years old, and even then, the grills were magnetic. I have a certain skepticism towards vintage hi-fi equipment, as progress does not stand still, and time will always take its toll. When an amplifier is over 30 years old, there is a high likelihood that it will sound somewhat different than in its early, carefree years. There's no need to even talk about the acoustics. Moving parts like the suspensions deteriorate over time, just like on my father's Soviet S90. Capacitors dry out and the casing inevitably gets additional marks from use. Of course, there are exceptions. Like in my recent video about the Fisher cassette player, which sat in a box for 34 years and started up immediately. By the way, this video, which gathered almost 3 million views in 3 weeks, is currently unavailable in Russia. Again, due to sanctions, friends. Let's take a look and test another unique retro setup from the distant Osseti's, which has surprisingly survived more than well. Probably its owners, by the way, were completely different people who really loved their equipment, or on the contrary, they hated it and thus hid it away, preserving its excellent condition. When I connected this system for the first time and inserted a cassette with the band DDT, I almost teared up from the wave of nostalgia. How warm and soft this combination sounds. Don't like tube amplifiers with vinyl, but I give them their due. The plushness and distortions are top-notch. Our heroes today also handle these parameters excellently. But there is also an additional magic that makes you listen and listen. However, not for long, as the cassette ends faster than one would like. The source, an audiophile's dream, is the advanced cassette deck from the early 80s, AKAI F71. Only the Everest in the form of the 91 is higher, but our audio cyborg from the past can surprise anyone, even a seasoned music lover with its TTX. Listing them could take a long time. We'll only focus on the most important. Steel chassis, 3-motor LPM with direct drive of the spindle, servo-driven cassette compartment cover, glass ferrite Super GX heads, auto-calibration system, timer recording, song search by pauses, Dolby BC, and of course Friends, made in Japan. Under it is a receiver from Deutschland, the Telefunken Konzentriner 3250. Yes, friends, I am not mistaken. It is indeed a receiver, as it has such a convenient function for earthlings of the past as a radio, and not just with a dial for frequencies, but with city indication. Once these cities were not part of the European Union. Here we have Stuttgart, Marseille, Milan, Bremen. What else, friends? Strasbourg and Munich. But for some reason, the best city on earth, Moscow, is missing. An oversight, friends. In terms of power, the Funken is quite small, only 20 watts per channel at 8 ohms in stereo. Let's not forget that in vintage equipment, you can sometimes find a mono switch mode. And if you have only one speaker, be sure to press this button. Immersion in music will be deeper. The frequency range is standard, from 20 Hz to 20 kHz, while the overall harmonic distortion is quite decent, 0.5%. As a rule, due to such high parameters for our time, we perceive the sound as warm, caressing our elvish ears. Unique in every sense. Firstly, these are purebred Germans from the oldest and once respected brand HECO. Our Modular. Yes, friends, look how the top part turns. That's not all. The acoustics are not tall, but you can place them by the rules, ensuring the woofer reaches ear level. It's no coincidence that German engineers were the best in the world. Do you see this indentation? 38 millimeters. Horn mid-range. In the woofer, there are as many as 2 domes of 2.5 millimeters each, so to speak, with a margin. If one gets damaged, you can always enjoy your favorite Pink Floyd album, The Dark Side of the Moon, almost without loss of quality. Probably. In the past, large low-frequency sections were favored, so the guys installed a 30-centimeter speaker on a rubber suspension. Yes, it is not fast. Yes, it is not super clear, but there is a certain charm in this approach. The bass sounds interesting, warm, with love, just like the entire system. I won't rate this system. That would be somewhat incorrect. I'll just say how the system played. You know, friends, I liked it. It really is warm, so soulful. All these tapes, servos, openers, knobs, switches. It's all cool, but for the first while. If you're a vintage lover, then of course, it's a good choice. I am always for the correct, more accurate sound, as an advocate of brands like Price and Bowers and Wilkins. Of course, all of this is a bit foreign to me, but I definitely gained a good experience, I would even say invaluable. Because in the past, they knew how to make equipment, it's evident. They put in effort, all these little covers, everything metal, all made well. Another question is what condition it will be in. I got a set in very, very good condition. It's clear that people took care of it. Sometimes it can be scary to look at though. So, if the quality is excellent and it has hardly been used or has been restored very well, then it's worth buying if you love that warm home sound. But if you are for accuracy, proper power, and maximum detail, then this set is not for you, friends. But in any case, you can come to me and we will find you the best system for minimal money. I guarantee it. Be it vintage equipment or new. We make the best systems on the market, I won't be afraid to say that, friends. Yes, those who have come to us will not regret it. Did you like the format? Do you enjoy warm vintage audio? Leave comments, give likes. If the video gathers more than 10,000 views, friends, I will definitely make a continuation and even say more. I will review these devices in a new video. And we will see what is inside them. Have been making home theaters for over 10 years. I build first-class stereo systems from hi-fi to high-end. I sell vintage equipment and new equipment. Anything related to audio equipment. Contact me and you will definitely get the lowest price, best service, and you will surely save your nerve cells because we have been in this business for a long time. Our team works all over Russia, and even if you are in Vladivostok but really want to get a super hi-fi audio or video system, call, write, contact me, and I will definitely arrive to you and make everything so that the result exceeds all your expectations.